Hi friends, welcome to your daily Hatha Yoga routine. This is a holistic yoga class for the whole body with a focus on alignment. We'll start with a moment of mindfulness, do some gentle warming exercises, practice some dynamic sun salutations, and some standing and seated postures. There will be some longer holds, so even though this is a rather calm class, there will be some strengthening. We will also be practicing towards both sides of the mat, so maybe place your screen somewhere in the center so you can see it well. And then let's begin the practice. You may want to sit with your legs crossed or on the heels, and you can always use any props, a cushion, a block, what I will show you everything without, so make sure you're comfortable and take a moment to settle in. You want to sit with a tall spine, shoulders relaxed, hands resting in your lap or on your legs. And when you're ready, you can close down the eyes or allow the eyes to soften. Lower the gaze down and withdraw from the screen for a moment. And just feel yourself settling in. Unfurl your brows. Unclench the jaw. Release your shoulders. And release the abdomen. Let your whole abdomen relax, even the pelvic floor. Allow your body to fully relax as it settles into this shape. And allow yourself to really, truly land in the present moment. Leaving behind anything that has happened today, anything that might still be planned. And just be here now. Take a moment to observe your breathing without changing or controlling the breath in any way. And simply begin to notice the subtleties of your breath. The air as it streams in and out of your nostrils. The gentle rise and fall of the chest. And that sense of calmness and arrival as you allow yourself to simply be. Good. And then take a bit of a deeper breath in through your nose. And softly sigh it out through the mouth. Again, long, deep inhale. Releasing exhale. One more time, long, nourishing breath in. Releasing breath out. And then join your palms together in front of the heart. Center in Anjali Mudra, a gesture of connecting your mind and your body. And if you wish, you can use this moment to set an intention for your practice. What are the qualities that you want to embody and cultivate in this yoga practice? And then gently blink your eyes open, take a moment to clear the gaze. From here, we'll interlace the fingers and start rolling out the wrists. And just taking our time to gently warm up the joints. So you circle one way around. And then the other way around. Good. And then you keep the interlace, but you flip the palms forward, stretching the fingers, the wrists, the palms, the shoulders stay relaxed, taking a full breath here. And then reaching the arms overhead, giving yourself a nice big stretch, growing a little taller on the inhale. And on the exhale, you take a soft side bend to the right side. Stay for a breath. Coming back to the center on the inhale, and then switching the sides. And then coming back to the center, releasing the hands, landing the fingertips on the shoulders, and start drawing big circles into the air with your elbows, warming up the shoulder joints. And again, the rest of the body stays relaxed. Always check in with your face, no clenching in the jaw. Circling a couple of times one way, and then the other way. Good. And then gently releasing the hands down, bringing the soles of the feet to meet. If you're sitting on a block, maybe you want to take it out now. So you can then grab the feet, maybe the ankles or the toes, and gently bounce the knees up and down in this butterfly shape, softening the hip joints. Yeah, and today, try not to let yourself be rushed through the practice by your mind, but keep it easy. Enjoy each movement, each breath. And then slowly release. Take the hands to collect the knees, bring them to one side and make your way onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You can tuck the toes under for a little stretch of the soles of the feet. And then on your exhale, press into a rounded cat stretch. Take the chin down, press the shoulder blades apart. On your inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, gently curve the back. Doing this with the breath. Exhaling, contracting the front body, opening the back body. And inhaling, opening the back body as you arch the spine. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cow stretch. Just twice more. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And inhale, arch. Good. We round once again on the exhale. This time, draw the right knee towards the nose. And on the inhale, lift the right leg, lift the gaze for tiger. Exhale, round once again, nose and knee, squeeze it. Inhale, open, gently arch. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up, gaze up. Once more. Exhale, round, nose and knee together. Inhale, come back up. Last time, pulling the knee towards the nose. And then extend the leg back. Now the back is all straight. And step the toes at the back of the mat. And then shift forward and backward a couple of times, warming up through the wrists a little more. And also through the back of your right leg. Feel into the sole of your right foot, the calf, the hamstring. Always move within your own range. And then bring shoulders back over wrists, bring right knee next to left. We reach the right arm up to the ceiling, open the chest, maybe gaze after your hand. And on your exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left arm and lay down on the right shoulder blade on the right side of your head in a way that feels comfortable for the neck. You can stay this way, maybe your left hand crawls forward, creates a little more length in the left side body. Feel into the shoulder blades. Choose to stay here only as an option. Extend the right leg back out like you just had it. Toes at the back of the mat. And that might help you a little more into this twist, but see if you feel stable. Always offering you options, and you only take the ones that feel good for you today. Take another full breath. And then bring the right knee back if you've extended the leg. Bring the left hand on the shoulder, press hand into the ground. Inhale the right arm up to the ceiling, open the chest. And then bring the hand down. Good. Inhale into your cow stretch, open the chest. Exhale, round towards cat stretch, left knee to the nose, second side. Inhale, tiger, left leg up, gaze up. Exhale, round. Inhale, open, lift leg. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose, and this time once again, extend the leg back, straighten your spine, step the toes down. Once again, shifting forward and backward, stretching through sole of the foot, calf, hamstring. And the fingertips are active on the ground, and you're shifting the shoulders a little over the wrists, only as far as comfortable. Good. And then shoulders back over wrists, knee to knee. We switch the sides. Left arm comes up. Inhale. Exhale, thread underneath the right arm. Lay down on the left shoulder blade on the left side of your head. Good. See if you're comfortable like this, or extend the right arm forward. Maybe come into fingertips. You can stay, or option to extend the left leg back. See how that feels for you, so you can feel a little bit more into this twist, looking underneath the right arm. Don't forget your breath. It's very smooth and calm. Good. Bring the knee back if you've taken it out. Right hand on the shoulder, left arm up on the inhale. And then bring the left hand down to the ground. Keep the toes tucked. Send the hips back towards the heels for an active child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Balasana. The belly can rest in on or in between the thighs. Forehead rests down, and maybe for a moment you lift the palms of the ground to feel an openness at the chest and the shoulders. Take a full breath here. And then plant your palms down. The arms stay as long as you come back onto the knees. And then you press towards the toes and lift your hips up into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. First downward facing dog, feel free to pedal the legs, bend the knees one after the other. Once again, looking for that openness at the back of the legs and the soles of the feet. And maybe gently shake the head yes and no, or release the jaw. Use the opportunity to let go of tension. And then bend your knees a little more so you can lift the hips higher. The belly presses towards the thighs, but then you pull it in and up. Feel how that lengthens the spine from the inside. And then keep the length in the spine. Heels come maybe just a little closer to the ground, any degree, just for that length in the back of the legs. Take another full breath here. And then bend your knees, look forward, and many small steps. Walk to the top of the mat. Take your time, no need to rush. And as you arrive at the top of the mat, unlock your knees, let the upper body rest forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. We stay for a moment. You can grab opposite elbows and maybe sway a little from side to side. See if you can let go of the neck. Good. And then release, fingertips back to the ground, bend the knees generously, and vertebra by vertebra, slowly roll your way up. Take your time. Shoulders, neck, and head come very last. And as you arrive, you pull the shoulders back and down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. Reach the arms overside. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, left hand to the right wrist. We lean into a side stretch. Once again, over to the left. Inhale here. Exhale. Back to the center on the inhale. Release the grip. Change the sides. Right hand to left wrist. Lean to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Coming to the center. Inhale. And exhale, release the arms down. Good. We're going into a sun salutation. Reach the arms over side, gaze up to your hands for upward salute. And then bend the knees softly, fold all the way over your legs. We take a bit of time here. Good. We step the right foot all the way back for a low lunge. Ground the right knee, gaze up and forward. And then release the back knee, step into a high plank pose. Good. Bring knees, chest and chin down to the ground. Your hips stay in the air, 8 points to the earth. And then slide onto the belly, point the toes, roll the shoulders back, cobra pose. Tuck the toes, press onto the knees, and then all the way back up, downward facing dog. The right foot steps forward in between the hands, left knee down, gaze up. And then the left foot follows, top of the mat, forward fold. We come to standing, reach arms over side all the way, gaze up. And then hands together and release into mountain pose. We do the same thing on the second side. Reach arms over side, gaze up. Soft knees as you fold all the way down. Left leg steps back, knee down, gaze up. And then release the knees, step into the high plank like the top of a push-up. Bring knees, chest and chin down to the ground, hips stay in the air. And then slide through, point the toes, roll shoulders back, open chest. And then tuck the toes, send the hips towards the heels, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward in between the hands, right knee down, gaze up. And then right foot follows. You can always come onto fingertips to make this easier. Fold over your legs. Come to standing, reach your arms over side, gaze up. And exhale, bring hands together and release. We do this in combination with the breath to create a bit of heat in the body. Inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, soft knees, fold down, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, knee down, gaze up. Retain your breath, high plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the ground, hips in the air. Inhale, slide through, small cobra, Bhujangasana, point toes. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot in between the hands, left knee down. And exhale, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. To standing, inhale, reach all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands together, release, Tadasana, second side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, soft knees, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back, knee down for equestrian pose. Retain the breath, Phalakasana, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide through, Bhujangasana, cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward, right knee down, equestrian pose, Ashvasanchalanasana. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. To standing, inhale, reach your arms over side, gaze up. And exhale, hands together, and then release, mountain pose. Just take a moment to observe. Let the breath come back into a smooth flow and feel the warmth, the energy in the body. Good. And then take your hands into your hips. We'll take a big step with the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. And then we turn all the toes to face the back of the mat. Right foot is pointing straight forward. The back foot turns in about 45 degrees and we bend the right leg for warrior one. You can always adjust your stance. Your right knee should be over your ankle or behind it. Don't try and pass it. So the knee is nice and stable. Left hip pushes forward, right hip pushes back. If this feels a lot on the knee or the lower back, always option to make it a high lunge, release the back heel. Now when you have that stable foundation, bring the arms forward and together, palms are pressing together. And then either stay here or maybe reach the arms up, gaze to your thumbs, Virabhadrasana 1. If that feels a lot for shoulders or back, you can always bring the arms more forward. Feel free to modify each of the poses. And then find your focus point. Breathe smoothly and observe how the feeling changes in the body as we stay in these poses. Stay connected to your intention. And keep breathing. One more full breath here. And then keep your legs nice and stable. Bring your arms over side, interlace all 10 fingers at the lower back. On the inhale, lift the heart up. And on the exhale, hinge forward from the hips. So the belly wants to go towards the thigh, maybe even towards the inner thigh, right shoulder to the right inner knee. Any degree is fine. See that you're feeling stable. Baddha Virabhadrasana, bound warrior pose. Your forehead wants to go towards the right big thumb. It's just the direction. Use your breath as your indicator. Or make your adjustments. Good. Press into the feet. Inhale, come back up, release the hands back into warrior one shape. And on the exhale, release the arms straight in the front leg. We turn all toes to the center of the mat. Hands together, hands into the hips again. And exhale, bend the knees, hinge forward into a half forward fold shape. The fingertips land on the ground. Lengthen the spine a little more. And on the exhale, fold over the legs. Any degree is fine. If the arms are in the air, that's fine. If you have space, maybe walk the hands back or use your blocks. Pull the elbows towards each other and let the crown of the head pull down towards the ground. Prasarita Padottanasana. Unlock your knees. Send the weight towards the toes. Rotate the inner thighs in. So try and spread your sits bones. And keep breathing. Good. Walking the hands back under the shoulders, lengthening the spine. Bringing hands back into the hips, knees bend a little so you can come up with a straight back on your inhale. And then we turn all the toes to the front of the mat. So left toes are pointing straight forward, back heel turns in about 45 degrees. You can always step the foot out to the right a little to have more space for that hip alignment. Choose your warrior one shape or maybe high lunge shape. See how your knee and your back feels. And then once you've found that stable foundation, bring hands together. Stare at your thumbs softly. Rather rest your gaze. It's a drishti, a focus point that helps you to calm the mind. Maybe the arms reach up a little higher. Good. Keep the legs as they are, arms forward and all the way behind you. Interlace one finger further so it feels a little different than the first side. Lift the heart, inhale. And then on your exhale, hinge forward, belly to thigh. You can also stay further up. You can go lower down, whatever your body allows and whatever your breath allows. Find your focus point. Find your breath. Good. And then press into the feet. Inhale, come back up, warrior one, arms in front of you. And exhale, straighten the front leg, hands into the hips. We take a big step or maybe many small ones. Step to the top of the mat, Tadasana. Ground through the feet, roll the shoulders up and back and down. Take a moment to observe. Feel into your feet, your legs. Settle the breath back down. And then find a focus point once again to rest your eyes on. We'll bring the hands together in front of the heart and shift the weight onto the right leg. You want to turn the left knee out to the side. I'll show it from the side a little. And either bring the heel onto the ankle, the sole of the foot to the inner leg, or maybe with the help of your hands, reach up and then bring the sole of the foot onto the inner thigh. So whatever allows you to balance and feel a bit of a hip opening at the left side. Press your hips forward, pull the shoulders back and down, Vrikshasana, tree pose. Once you've found your balance, there's an option to reach your arms overhead and maybe release the palms off of each other. We once again stay, we find a moment of stillness in the challenge. Feeling all the little wobbles, all the little balancing movements of your body. Good. And then you bring the palms back together, hands together in front of the heart. Bend the standing leg a little, bring the left knee forward and mindfully set the foot down. You can always shake out the legs if that feels good. And then grounding down through the feet again. Hands together in front of the heart. Shift the weight onto the left foot. Turn the right knee out a little. Choose your variation that allows you to balance. Heel onto ankle, sole of the foot onto the inner leg, maybe with the help of your hand to the inner thigh. Don't press against your knee. And then push the hips forward a little. Feel that opening at the groins. And then find a moment of resilience. Option to bring the arms overhead and releasing the palms. Good. And then bring your palms back together in front of the heart. Slowly bend the standing leg a little, bring the knee forward and step the foot down. Good. If necessary, shake out the legs. And then ground down through the feet. Hands into the hips. We once again take that big step with the right foot, turning all the toes to the right side. So it's your right foot is bending, right foot is pointing to the front, and the knee wants to go over the ankle again. Difference this time, left foot is parallel to the short side of the mat for warrior two, so your hips are nice and open. Try and tilt the pelvis back a little. Lift your pubic bone, so shorten the distance between your pubic bone and your navel. Feel how that opens the groins. And then take your arms out to the side. Lengthen the spine. Find a bit more stability. Feel free to adjust your stance. I just had to open my stance a little more so I can sink a little deeper into the knee, but that's just me. So maybe your stance should be a little shorter. And lengthen on each inhale. Sit a little lower on each exhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Good. And then keep your legs just as they are. Only bring the right forearm onto the front leg without dumping all your weight onto that arm. Just keep the chest nice and open. Turn your left palm around and then reach that left arm over ear forward. And then tilt your chest up to the ceiling. If you can, look up. If that feels a lot, then just look to the side. And keep breathing, side angle pose. Good. Engage your core, bring arms back parallel to the floor. And then extend the front leg without locking through the knee. Maybe make the step a little smaller if that feels more stable. And then pull yourself forward and down, right hand to the shin, left arm to the ceiling, triangle pose. Lean the upper body back. Reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then pull the feet towards each other on the ground so you can feel the inner thighs. And then keep breathing. Gaze could be up if that feels a lot for the neck. Once again, feel free to look in the same direction as your heart or take the gaze down. Trikonasana. We stay for 3 more breaths. Good. To release, take your gaze down, small bend in the front knee. Inhale, bring the upper body back up. And exhale, turn all your toes to the long side of the mat again. This time, once again, find the interlace at the lower back, lift the heart. And on your exhale, bend the knees a little as you hinge forward for another forward fold, another variation of Prasarita Padottanasana. Maybe the hands fall over your head. If that feels a lot on the shoulders, bring hands closer to the body or release the hands back onto the ground like we did the first time we visited this pose. Your neck is relaxed, your face is soft, and your breath is flowing. Good. And then bring the hands close to the body. Release the interlace, hands into the hips, bend the knees with a straight back. Come all the way back up. Good. Turn the left toes to the left side, so the front of the mat, and then bend the front leg. Right foot is parallel to the short side of the mat. Virabhadrasana 2. Lengthen the spine. And maybe bend a little deeper into the left knee. It's just an option. Again, feel free to adjust your stance and really focus on the left knee pointing forward. Lift the pelvic floor a little, find that length, lift the pubic bone, and then find that stability and that calm strength of the warrior pose. Good. Your legs stay the same. Left forearm onto the front leg. Right palm turns up and you reach the arm over ear, creating a long line from the right outer edge of the foot all the way to the right fingertips. And the chest lifts up a little, maybe gaze up or to the side, Parshva Konasana. Good. And then slowly bring yourself back up into warrior 2. Extend the front leg. Once again, try not locking the knees. Small bend, thighs active. Option to make the step a little smaller. And then pull yourself forward and down. Left hand to the shin, right arm to the ceiling. Triangle pose. You can always take the upper shoulder back a little rather than just the arm. Take a bit of the weight out of the left hand. Really engage the left thigh. Good, and then take the gaze down to the ground. Small bend in the front knee, press into the foot. Inhale, lift yourself up. And then we take that big step to the top of the mat into your Tadasana. Good. Take a moment to settle back down, feel into the body. Just observe any shifts in the body or in your breath, maybe in the mind. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up, gaze up to your hands. Soft knees as you exhale, fold all the way over your legs. Good. From here, plant the hands, step all the way back into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Take a full breath here. And then bring the knees down to the ground. Send the hips back towards the heels and come to sit on the heels. This is just a transition. We'll sit next to the heels, swing the legs around to arrive in a seated position. Good. Bring your right heel in towards the body. And then step the right foot over the left foot for a twisted seat. There's an option to also fold in the left heel without sitting on the heel, really sitting down on the ground. See which variation works best for you. Wrap the left arm around the right leg and reach the right arm up to the ceiling. On your exhale, twist to the right side, landing the fingertips lightly. Try not leaning back onto the hand, but finding that length. If you have a stable foundation and long spine, there's an option to bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Ardha Matsyendrasana. And in your twist, you can always try and lengthen the spine. And exhale, find a bit more openness. 3 more breaths. Good. On your inhale, come back to the center with the upper body. And on the exhale, take a soft counter twist if that feels good. To release, you can lean into the hands a little, unravel the legs one after the other. Extend the right leg, left heel in and over. Keep the right leg long or fold the leg in. Hug the right arm around, reach the left arm up. And then twist to the left side. See if you want to take the variation with the arm or if you stay as you were. Prioritize a long spine and an upright seat. Good. On your next inhale, come back to the center. On the exhale, take a soft twist to the open side. And then gaze back forward, unravel your legs. Extend both legs forward. And then bring both heels in. And then bring soles of the feet together like we did in the beginning. Maybe you can help yourself coming a little closer with the groin towards the heels. Reach for either toes or ankles. Lift the heart, and this time see if you can include a little forward fold. It's really rather forward than down. Keep the spine long, the chest open. Feel the stimulation in the groins. And stay and breathe. Baddha Konasana, the bound ankle pose. Good. Slowly sit up. Use your hands for help to collect the legs. Extend the legs forward. Knees and toes are pointing up, but you can bend through the knees so you can find a lift in the lower back. So instead of sitting in a rounded back, try and sit really nice and tall. Reach the arms up, lengthen the spine. And then on your exhale, hinge forward, belly towards thighs. Once you can't go further, hands down. Could be the ground, shins, ankle, feet, it doesn't matter. Lift the heart a little and then draw the belly in and fold over the legs. You don't have to pull harshly, rather use the breath to create that little lengthening. And then the release on your exhale. Staying for a couple of calm breaths, find your drishti. Good. And then slowly sit up. Bring your hands behind you, bend your legs, feet on the ground, and see that you have enough space to lay down. So you might need to shuffle a little, and you come all the way into the back with the support of your hands. As you arrive, bring the heels close to the bum, feet are hip distance apart, tips of the middle fingers can still reach the heels. And then while engaging the inner thighs, you slowly press into the feet and roll the hips off the ground for a shoulder bridge. You really want to lift the pubic bone, create space in the groins after the forward fold. And then maybe interlace the fingers at the lower back, draw the upper arms closer in towards each other so you can also open the chest a little more. Bring the chin down just a little, the neck is nice and long. And then breathe down the front body, create loads of space in the body. Take another full breath here. And then come onto the tiptoes, release the interlace of the hands, slowly vertebra by vertebra. Roll your way back down. As you arrive, take the feet mat width apart. Let the knees rest towards each other at the center. And maybe place one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the chest. And just drop back into that place of observation once again. How does the body feel now? And then walk the feet closer in towards each other once again. Engage the core, press the lower back down into the ground so there's no space between the lower back and the mat. And then lift one leg up and then the other leg up for an active variation of Viparita Karani. If your lower back comes off the ground, you can use your hands for support, bring them underneath your bum. And if that feels very difficult, you can bend the knees a little more, but make sure the spine is grounded. If you're feeling very stable, there's an option to also extend the arms up. Just taking a moment to drain the blood from our limbs, especially from the legs after the strong standing postures. And then maybe circle the wrists, the ankles. Take a moment to relax the face and the jaw, the lips. Signaling to the body that it's time to relax a little. Circle the other way around. Good. And then from here, pull the knees into the chest. Hug around the shins, rock a little from side to side, massaging the lower back. If it feels good, you can lift the head, bring the nose in between the knees, make yourself small and round. And then see if there's any other final movement that your body is requesting, anything that feels unaddressed or unbalanced. Can be quite intuitive, it doesn't have to be a specific yoga asana. And then slowly come to an end and extend your legs, your arms on the ground for a few moments of rest and integration in your final posture, Shavasana. Palms facing up, shoulders sinking into the ground. Maybe roll the back of your head a couple of times from side to side, relaxing the neck. And then take a long breath in through your nose and sigh it out. And with that, drop into a moment of stillness and rest. And then very slowly bring your attention back to the breath. Begin to deepen your breath to awaken the body. And bring small movements back into your fingers, your toes. Maybe circle the wrists, the ankles. And then take your arms overhead, feet together. Give yourself a big, big stretch and a long breath. And then bend your knees, roll onto your right side for now. Support your head with the right arm and wrap the left arm around you in a loving gesture of appreciation for your practice. Once again, check in how you feel after all these asanas, movements, the conscious breathing. And then press your hands into the ground and mindfully find your way back into a comfortable upright seated position, maybe with the legs crossed. You could keep the eyes closed just a little longer as you join the palms together in front of the heart center. It's a gesture of connecting the mind and the body. And as a gesture of appreciation for yourself and for the practices, the teachings, the wisdom of yoga. And when you're ready, you can slowly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. I hope you feel balanced and comfortable in your body. Let me know what you thought about this class and what you would like to practice next. I have a new video every week. I also have some beautiful yoga retreats and beautiful places, and I offer a yoga teacher training that you can join from home. It's a hybrid format, and we'll meet at the end for a full week in Italy. So go ahead, have a look at the description box, leave me a comment, maybe a little like, and then I will see you next week with a new video. I'm looking forward to it. Have a lovely one.